Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are gonna be solving the lab JWT authentication bypass via flawed signature verification. So in this lab we need to go to the admin panel and we need to do this JWT authentication bypass to access it, and once we have access we can then delete the user Carlos to solve the lab. So when I click access the lab, I already have the lab opened with me. So this is how it looks like, and let me go ahead and log in. So we have been given credentials with us which are Wiener and Peter, Wiener being the username, Peter being the password, and once we log in, this is how it looks like. So currently I'll just refresh this page, and as you can see, this is a cookie which we get, and if I take the cookie value and if I give it to the decoder and decode it as base 64, you can see this is a JWT token. So one more way I can do this is that I can go to my extension which I installed via the extensions, and I installed this JSON web token extension. So this thing comes, this is a very helpful and handy tool. So over here I can see that this is how the token looks like. So I was able to verify that this is a JWT token. Alright, now as per instructions, what we need to do is we need to go and access the admin panel. So next up I'm gonna go and access the admin panel, but as you can see it says admin panel is only available if you're logged in as admin. So this is how our request looked like. So I can either you can intercept this, turn the intercept on, intercept it, send it to the repeater, or you can take it out from the history like I did before. And I sent the request and it gave me unauthorized. As you can see over here also, it gave me unauthorized. Okay, so over here you can see it says admin interface only available if you logged in as administrator. I am getting the same error. So this is a request which I am making, but it's not allowing me to go through. So in this JWT, I can make some changes to allow me and enter inside, to allow me to enter inside. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna copy this. I can just go to the, it would be really easy to do it this way, but I'll show you it in both the methods. So I have the same request copied twice. So I'll rename this to method 1. So in method 1, I am just gonna use the extension which automatically gets downloaded over here. In here I'm gonna go and I'm gonna turn the algo as none, and then I'm gonna send the request, and even I need to change who am I. So they say that this belongs to administrator. So when I see this sub, which is the subject, so I am the administrator subject, and as you can see I get 200. Okay, and the method 2 is a bit different. In method 2 it's the exact same thing, but I'm gonna do it, make the changes manually. So let me go to decoder. I'll decode this as normal URL first, like decode this as plain. Okay, let me not do any changes. So basically what the lab is, that you are not an admin but you need to log in as admin. So what you do is you tell the JWT token that I am an admin. So in the JWT token over here, you say that I am not Wiener, you say I am an admin. But when you say you are an admin, you change the signature, because every time something changes, your signature changes. Signature is like proof that this much is correct. But if you do any small change, the signature will change. So what you do to bypass this is you say that my algorithm used to check this is none. So you say that I am not checking anything. Okay, you just say that the algorithm to test this is none. So for example, once you turn this to none, you have to make this empty because it's none, and then you can send the request and that will work. So over here I'll show you both the methods. Administrator, so if my spelling is correct, I got 200. Okay, but let's say without doing this also, this is how the token looked like before. I know I'm gonna be deleting the signature. Okay, and I know this, it's the JWT token has 3 parts. So I'm gonna just take the first and the second part, gonna paste it here, and I'm decoding this as base64. This is how it looks like. All right, because I know the signature part, I'm gonna keep it empty, right? And then I can encode this as plain just to keep a copy. And in this copy, I can convert myself the algorithm. I can say none. The algorithm which I want is none, because I don't want it to be checked by RS256, because if I do that, then it will check the signature, and if I check the signature, I can't make changes to the JWT token. I would still be winner, which doesn't have access to the admin panel. Now since I made the this as none, I can make myself anything, because they are not there, the signature is none, it's not getting checked. So now I can make myself administrator. And one more point to make be aware of is that you need to make sure it is empty only. You cannot put some random value. So now I have this, you know, the JW token is base64 encoded, so I'm gonna encode it with base64. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna paste it here, and let me send this. Again, I got 101 unauthorized. Let me just check if I made some mistake. Seems correct. I'll just verify it. J9. It is okay. So where I made mistake is this part. Decoder. So you see there is this dot is there, no? So maybe first I'll so what I'm gonna do is at least the first part, this part. So between this and this is that the dot also got encoded, which I don't want. So when this EY this thing starts, so how does a JWT looks like? A JWT should have 3 dots. The first dot, second dot, like 2 dots. The first dot, so this is how the JWT looks like. It has 3 parts. Okay, divided by 2 dots. Sorry, not 3 dots, 2 dots. So first dot is this, which before that comes the header. Between the second dot comes the payload, and in the last comes the signature. So when I base64 encoded this, I also happened to encode the dot, which I did not want to. So let me do it one by one, okay? So firstly I'll encode this. So this is still NO. So I can convert this till NO. This is correct. This is coming to NO. So in this I'll go, and this is coming to NO. And then it starts with EY. So I can turn it to EY. And then I'll send it. And as you can see, I got 200 OK. And once I get that, I just need to go request in browser, in current session copy, go here and paste it here. And okay, request in browser, in current browser session copy, let me paste it here. I just got 200 OK. Is the lab working? Just give me 1 second, I'll check if the lab is working or not. Okay, the lab seems to work. Not copy URL, request in browser. Yep, and it worked. So once you get that, just delete the user Carlos, and once you do that, your lab should be solved. Okay, so the major issue which is happening over here, again, even here I got stuck, is so whatever requests I'm making, okay, so even when I got this thing and I tried to delete Carlos, the cookie is still going off winner. So the cookie is still going off winner. So I need to actually modify the cookie itself. So when I delete user Carlos, either I can intercept or I can change my cookies. I can do both. So method 1 would be taking my cookies and putting it here and saving it. This will only save it. So for example, now if I intercept this and delete the user Carlos, so basically what it is telling me is that it is only gonna allow admin to delete, not winner. So this is now my new cookie. Here in this I can change, I can copy the same value as here. In case you don't want to go through this method, you can just copy it and paste the value here and then forward it, again resulting into successfully deleted user, and you will solve the lab. So I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.